Libra. Welcome to your Heart's Truth reading. Allow it to resonate how it resonates. I'm doing this much softer than the rest of the signs. Libra, Scorpio, and Leo are going to have a little bit more of a softer approach because that was too harsh. Again, my intention is not to be harsh, but let's see what Spirit has to say, what Spirit's trying to say. Again, this is all about you. I'm here to hype you up to make you a better version of yourself so that you can live your life purpose more aware and you can make wiser choices in life, right? That's the purpose of Hype Man. It's to wake you the fuck up, right? So let's look into Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. It's the Libra card. So I pulled an astrology card. So we are going to talk about the second house. Let's see if you can see that. The second house, which has to do with money. Libra, it's about money. And then from the Osho Zen Tarot deck, I pulled Trust. I'm just going to give you the imagery really quick. Somebody free falling. And the arrow from the bottom is pointing towards the west, if that resonates with you. And then this card has number 26, if broken down, is 8 if numbers resonate with you. So the first portion of your reading here, this is the first portion, and then we'll get into the cards. It has to do with, with the Trust card here, there's something here that you just have to, no fucks given, just go. Just don't even plan and don't even go into it. Maybe it's going into the month of March. Don't say, oh, Spirit has my back. Literally, that's what the card said. This is Osho Zen Tarot deck, which is Buddha. And it's a harsh deck, which is why I call this the Harsh Truth. Because he talks about how do I put this? Don't go into it saying, oh, Spirit has my back. Things always work out. No, literally free fall. Make that just go. Just if there's a decision that you have to make that has to come up in the month of March or whenever you're watching this, maybe you should just go for it. It's a sense that you're safe. You're always going to be safe, and it possibly has to do with something that has to do with stability, that has to do with income, that has to do with money, that has to do with your job, how you generate income, what you consider to be your form of income. Take a risk. Just go for it. And, whatever happens, allow it to happen. Just free fall. Don't pack a bag. Don't even think about packing lightly because, I think this is going to happen. If you already have a possible idea on what the outcome is, then that's not the direction to go. Go into the direction that is literally just saying free fall. And this house has to do with money. How are you spending your money? How are you managing your money properly? How do you bring in income? Are you tossing, are you torn between two different decisions? There's 2 coins on here. 2 coins represents juggling. You're juggling 2 of coins, 2 of pentacles in the tarot. What are you juggling? However this resonates with you, it's definitely a sense of just giving into it, just kind of going with it and not even trusting that things are going to go well, but maybe that's saying that there's I don't want to say things are going to go wrong. Let's just say something does go wrong. No, let's talk in the positive light. Making that risky move. It's gonna set you up for success, or it might set you up for a lesson learned that you're going to need later on in life for a potential successful direction, right? Something that has to do with finances, something that has to do with income, something that has to do with money. I also relate this, it's also relatable to, money also is stability, foundation. What do you call a home? What's stable to you? How do you consider and how do you break down stability? What is stability to you? What is it? Do you feel that you're stable? What you're doing is stable? Nothing in life is set in stone. I know that. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect, and nothing is forever. And nothing that is now will not be in the future. We're not the same person that we were 8 years ago at all. Think about that. What risky moves did you have to make, or what risky moves did you make? Maybe it's asking you to pull back and see what moves it was that you made that got you to where you are now. That could be a learning lesson there. Okay, learn from that. Now develop on that. Develop on that. Who did you meet? What did you do that brought you to where you are now? What can you do differently? Or what can you just risque, just try it. Just go with it, you know? Just go with it. Free fall. Oh, this point. It talks about, and the reason why it's saying be risque is don't waste the life that you have because it's going to end anyway. And I think I've heard somebody say that, like, what the fuck do you care what's going to happen? You're going to die anyway. I can sleep when I'm dead. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. Don't waste the life that you have now because the life is going to end at some point anyway. Make that risky move. If you need a confirmation in order to make that risky move, you're like, I don't know if I should do it. Just do it. Just do it. So I'm telling you, just do it. Just go for it. And it might have something to do with pentacles. It might have to do with something that's stability. It might have to do with something that is a job offer or a potential business that you want to launch or a vision that you have that can bring income down the line. It can be, sorry, my hand's killing me. It can be, it can be something that's, you know, because there's an eye on here. So I see the pyramid on here. It's a coin is what I'm looking at. And the coin has an eye on the back of the quarter. There's the pyramid. What vision do you have? I don't really know what the symbolization of that pyramid is. I should probably look that up. You should look that up. The symbol on the back is the back of the quarter, which is the pyramid with the eye at the top. And there's two. And there's two coins up here, which resembles you're juggling something. Go with the option that is most dangerous. For Libra, you're always balanced. You're always financially gaining. You're very much of a logical, I'd say logical leader. In that sense, you put your mind on a pedestal. You assert yourself in a certain way. Sometimes it can come off very arrogant and cocky. Yes, Libra, you can come across very arrogant and cocky. Female Libras. Oof. Oh my God. Can be difficult to deal with, but those are the ones that are CEOs. Those are the ones that are running businesses and organizations and have a lot of masculine energy. Again, we all have masculine energy. Gender is fluid. I'm not saying you're going to be a man, but that hardcore tigre comes from your Libra characteristics. If you're watching the Sun, Moon, Rising, I highly suggest you watch all three because all of my readings resonate with everybody. If you're not a Libra, you still resonate with this. It has to do with just making risky moves so that you can get financial gains. There's no growth in comfort. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. You reached a point, great, what's the next step? But just keep going naturally. Don't be like, I'm going to get to this goal. When I get there, then I'll reevaluate. Don't reevaluate. Just keep going. And naturally, then by the time you get to step 3, you're like, oh shit, I actually did 1 and 2 already. I didn't even realize it. Yeah. So let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what the tarot has to say. I already pre-shuffled these. Look at that. The bottom of the deck. 2 of coins. What are you juggling? How much weight are you juggling here? And it's just going and going and going and going. You gotta drop one of those coins in order for you to take the other coin and double it down. Because you see, it's the figure 8. It's not going anywhere. You're just juggling over and over and over in a circle, in a cycle. What cycle are you in? There is success, 6 of Wands. There is reward at the end. You'll be having a parade celebrating your accomplishments. I cannot shuffle these cards. Let me do this differently. So let's see what we get. I'm going to pull 8 cards, and then we're going to go through the deck from the bottom of the deck. 10 of Wands. 9 of Swords. Something here holds a lot of weight. The Sun. 6 of Cups. The past. Memories. Queen of Pentacles. Stability. King of Cups. Emotional balance. Just a lot of power on this board. God. Wow. Wow. Okay. King of Cups and following is the Queen of Cups. You have a perfect pair here. I don't do love readings. That's going to be in Sexual Tarot on OnlyFans. A perfect, emotionally balanced, compassionate relationship is at your fucking door. Could be with somebody from the past. And one of you is financially solid. 7 of Cups. Options. The Empress. Wow. Holy shit. 2 of Cups. There's definitely a fucking relationship coming to you. Jesus Christ. You guys always have great readings. And I shuffled the bottom of the deck. 2 of Pentacles. What are you juggling? What are you being risky with? You're being risky with, maybe it's saying to be risky with finances or stability or what you think stability is. Let's get into this. I want you to see this so you can see me pull them out. Okay, 10 of Wands with a 9 of Swords. There's something here that's very heavy. There's something here that is it's heavy and okay, it's heavy. It's you're in your mind, you're in your head, and it's about your happiness. Some of you might, and then with the past card, there might have been a situation here where, yeah, this talks about your feelings first, and then it goes into making that risky decision. Your past might have had a lot of weight to it, a lot of depth. This is not going to work out. I got to figure out how to use his hand and do cards. There's a lot of weight here, right? There's a lot of weight and something that kept you up at night, sleepless nights. It also could have affected your mental health. It was very, very heavy. And what was it, right? It's smack dab in the center. It's about your happiness. You want to be happy, or there might have been a situation where it had a lot of baggage to it. It had a lot of baggage to it, but at the same time, it made you happy. And it had to do with somebody from the past or something from the past, a situation. And if we're talking about work here, we're going to stick to the original cards of the second house and free falling. You know, maybe in the past, you were in a position where you can just free fall. You were in a position where you can just make risky moves. And I'm going to relate that to, you know, in my 20s, I made so many risky moves. I just got up, moved. Job, took an offer. In my 30s, no way in hell am I making a risky decision. That's not happening. That's not happening. I don't have any more time or space for trial and error. That's what your 20s are for, right? 30s, it's kind of like you want to like start, but now the 20s, your 30s are your new 20s, right? But there's something here in the past that brought you happiness, and there's a lot of weight. Maybe those were the times in your past was when you built happy memories and it helped a lot of weight, but it also might have fucked you up mentally. You know, you desire for stability. You desire for, there's also a family card. There's the Queen of Pentacles. You desire for that home domestic aspect, solid foundation, stability, structure, financial stability. You very well can be in that position now. And maybe you might be in that position now. You're financially stable, but she's by herself. There is something here about the past that just holds a lot of weight, and it did a lot of damage to you. It definitely did a lot of damage. But with the Sun here, it could very well just be one specific situation that you know that was very heavy and very damaging on your mind, but it brought you joy. Excuse me. Karmatic relationships brought you joy at one point, but it was a learning lesson. You had to go through it in order to be where you're at now. That was heavy. And now, as good as these cards are, they are looking away from each other. If they would have came out like this, I would have been like, you guys are seeing eye to eye, or someone's going to see you eye to eye. This tells me 2 things here. There's you, it could be you physically or not emotionally stable or emotionally balanced, in the sense you have the emotions, and this is the Libra trait, right? When you love one person, you love one person. But the hard part is getting your attention and keeping it. But when it's there, like heavy, right? But this very well could tell me that there can be somebody coming into your life. You could either be the Queen of Pentacles and being solid, stable, secure, your finances, you got money, now you want to share it with somebody. Now there's an opportunity where somebody is going to come in, right? You do have options. You might very well have a bunch of options, but look at your options closely. What's more of a quick fix? What's an illusion that you think is an option? Make sure you're not. Your head is not in a fantasy side of aspects, because there's one's a ghost, one is a dragon, which that could be another toxic option. One is a trophy, one is jewels, and one is a castle. You have options in what direction you want to go in a partner that you want, in a partner that you have. But if we're going to talk about these Queen of Cups and King of Cups, this is true emotional stability, compassion, and compassion is the middle aspect of love. The lowest form of love is sex, right? So I'm gonna put it like this: if you're a couple and you're not having sex, you're not even, and you say you're in love, you very well might be, but that sex and physical attraction is the lowest form of love. And I'll get into that in Sex Tarot on OnlyFans later in the month. Sex is the lowest form of love. So and knowing the difference between what's lust and what's love. Both can fuck you up. Mentally, emotionally, can drain you. And if I read it going up and down, could be very well a relationship, someone who is in tune with their feminine energy, not necessarily a woman, because we all have masculine and feminine energy. Very well can have been, it was a lot of weight. It was heavy on you. And then underneath that, if I read it this way, there's another masculine energy here that fucked up your head, fucked up your mind. Someone in that relationship who had the masculine energy just puts you in a lot of depressive state, mental health could have been at risk, keeping you up at night, which is probably why they're looking away from each other, because it's above those two cards. Something here had a lot of weight to it. Something here kind of messed you up, but it was still very, very chemically you were just on cloud 9. The love was on cloud 9. Options here. What do you have? Options of love. Let me tell you something. If you wait for your Empress, the Empress does not run around. The Queens run around. The Empress does not run around. The Empress sits pretty. She's beautiful. She's luxurious as fuck. She does not run around. Her pussy's on a pedestal, and people come to her. She's sitting up because she looks down upon you. At the same time, she is stable as can be. And with the Two of Cups, there is most definitely some. I'm just gonna say yes. That there is a solid, perfect partner making their way to you. This partner, and then above that, if I were to read it like this, Two of Cups, this is what, I don't want to say wifey material, because we're all different genders here, and we're all sexual orientation is different, right? But this card resembles stability. This is a mother she's domestic as fuck. She can cook, she can clean, she's taking the kids to soccer camp, she's driving the minivan, she also has a job, she's holding the household, you have a massive home, she also is just very nurturing. It's a mother, a true hardcore mom that works, that actually brings stability to the relationship. It's like another half, someone you want, typically old school mentality, old school beliefs. The man goes to work, the wife stays at home, and she's a stay-at-home mom. She's not a stay-at-home mom. She's a stay-at-home mom in a full-time job. Bringing in the coins with that nurturing touch to it. And there's no chaos here in this reading. And again, the card before that is Six of Cups, which resembles past memories, but also can be new memories or children. There's 2 children in here. This is very homey. This is very fucking homey. This is very wifey, husband, wife, wife, they, them relationship here. I don't do love readings, but that's what's coming out. And it has to do with stability. And I think the second house, okay, yeah. This second house is talking about your forms of stability. right? Stability and what you consider to be a home and stable. What's stable to you? A relationship is stable to you. A stable relationship is something that you need to just go with it. If there's somebody that approaches you or comes towards you and you're just like, I don't know if I should make that. If you have to think about it, then that's not the person that you need to make a risk with. There's somebody here that you need to take a risk with. There's somebody here that you need to free fall with. There's somebody here that you need to trust. Trust. Two of Pentacles. What are you juggling? Are you juggling work and a partnership? You're so focused on work that you're forgetting about you're not balancing it out? Because it's not balanced yet. And the Libra card is a justice card. It's all about balance. You guys are typically always balanced. There's a lot of in and out energy here. I have two Knights of Cups and Knights of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very in and out energy. In and out, what are you in and out of? You're still searching for financial gains? What is this journey that you're on here? It's this slow moving knight. This is the slowest moving knight. This is creativity and this is finances. There's in and out energy here that are going in opposite directions. So your desire, and I very well relate wands to desire, to sexual desire. There's an in and out energy of desire going that way, but your financial stability is going that way. Like, why can't you balance both? Why can't you balance your emotional side, or get to that point where you can balance your emotional side, and you can balance your desires, and you can balance your financial aspect. There's a big sense of balancing here. A lot of things need to be balanced. There is success here. Six of Wands with Ace of Wands. Oh my God! And here's the King of Pentacles. There's success here with something new, someone stable as fuck. Your other half, here she is already on the board. Now you have two perfect pair on the board. This is like stable. Are they? They're not looking at no, they are not looking at each other either. Know the difference between illusion, fantasy, and reality. Get out of this fantasy world that you're in, that you think, maybe you're thinking that, oh, I want this perfect relationship. There's no such thing, but the board is telling me otherwise, okay? The board is telling me otherwise. You're playing the victim here, Nine of Swords. You're playing a victim in some fantasy world, some illusional idea that you think that someone needs to be a certain way. If it doesn't happen naturally, it's not going to happen. You need to actually physically do things and make plans and move. Physically put something into place. Put the plan that you had into place. Make the moves. This toxic journey, these codependent people that you might have been in with a Cancer, or that you need to just take. Don't be so dependent. Don't rely on someone's dependency. And I'm not talking about just like a person, because you could be dependent on a person. You could be dependent on a substance. You could be dependent on someone's paycheck. You're dependent on someone for papers. You could be dependent on. And I live with my mom because I live in her house and I'm dependent on my paycheck coming to me. Like, now it means you're dependent on your mom. I understand resources or something, but there's something here that you need to detach. This is attachment. This is something you're attached to that has been a long journey. The Chariot moves forward. It doesn't stop. It keeps going. So you're on some type of journey that you're dependent on something. The Hangman in reverse. Do not pause. Do not stop at go and collect money. Do not stop. The Hangman in reverse, the Hangman upright typically means stop, pause, surrender, give into what's going on. Don't pause. Do not stop. Keep going. Heartbreak was there. It hurt. Keep going. Keep going. So that you can, because that relationship that you had was a loss. There was a lot of arguments going on. But there was amateur-like desire there. It wasn't true. It wasn't real at that point in time. But luck has always been on your side, and it will bring you someone who is more in tune with their heart, more in tune with their emotions, and you will be satisfied in the end. Satisfaction. There will be satisfaction there. You're dragging the past with you, or you need to just look at whatever these dependencies are. What do you need to move forward from? There's a lot of heavy cards here. Cancers, Capricorn. Gemini. Jesus, everything's here. Pisces. What do you need to leave behind? What path do you need to go on now so that you can move forward? Things might not have gone your way. You're crying over spilt milk. Things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. And you're so fixated on what's in front of you that you're forgetting that there's still 2 cups behind you. Turn around, because those 2 cups is the 2 of cups. But you're so fixed on what happened here. And let me tell you something. Look at this card deeper. Okay. If you turn around and you see these 2 cups that are still standing, these, what, you had wine in it, one drunk night, so you're fixated over the one drunk night that you had. If you turn around, these 2 cups, there's 2, so it's more than 1, are still standing. There's still stuff inside. When you turn around, you will realize that there is a bridge. That bridge leads to this castle. Leave this alone. Turn around. Focus on what's here. So that can lead you to the bridge. And the bridge is going to lead you to the castle. Do you know what's in the castle? There is something here that you need to leave behind. Get on the motherfucking boat and start and head in the opposite direction. This card literally means rowing to calmer waters. Get on the boat and go. Queen of Swords. This is the bitch version of, sorry, I said it. Bitch version of Libra. The feminine card of Libra. She knows something. She knows something. She is smart. She's logical. She knows something. She's sharp. She knows hand with cup. I know what I want in life. I know what I want out of my emotions. I know what I want in love. But you're being stubborn. What are you being stubborn about? What are you saying no to? There's 4 cups and you're like, no, no, no. You're being picky. Absolutely. You are being patient. Patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. Temperance. Sagittarius card as well. You are patiently waiting for that offer to come to you so that you can have the world in your hands all over again. Someone very well could be making an offer to you. I already see that here. A love offer. Could be someone new. Very well be. Or a war, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Judgment. It's supposed to happen that way. It's gonna wake you the fuck up. That's what's gonna be. You're gonna be like, oh my God, this is too much emotion. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is actually happening. It's going to wake you up. And at that moment, when that offer comes in from that person and you're just like, oh my gosh. Stability. What do you find stable? Is a relationship stable? Is that what you're looking for this month? Is that what you want? A stable relationship. You need to trust. You need to just fall and just know that things are going to happen. And I'm not going to say trust that spirit has your back. I typically always say that. But that card is very specific about don't even trust in spirit. Just go. Let's pull an animal spirit. Let's see what messages we have. I can't shuffle this. Spirit, what animal message would you like to give Libra? Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. And that's what I mean by just trusting, just going. Because if it doesn't work out, it's supposed to not work out. Because it's supposed to sting you a little bit to wake you the fuck up. Sometimes life stings. Yeah. But it's going to sting for a little bit because everything after that is going to be even better. Go ahead and ask a question. I have the Ask Angel cards here, so it doesn't have to be relevant to what's going on here. It could be just a normal question you probably might want to ask me or something. Go ahead, think about your question. I'm going to pull a card here and we'll get an answer from the Ask Angels deck. Forgiveness. That was a deep sigh. I'm going to pull a crystal healing card. One of the first readings I ever got from my best friend's mom, who's a psychic and tarot reader. I was in a deep, dark place, and I went to his house, and she's like, "Do you know I'm a psychic?" And I started bawling my eyes out. I'm like, "I need a reading." She goes, "I know." So she made this deck. These are stones. I have a lot of stones. I have a lot. I'd suggest if it resonates with you, Google it, look it up, go to a crystal store and buy that stone. Put it in your pocket. When I was doing fucked up things, I would always carry a stone with me in my pocket, a crystal, and it was, even though I wasn't on my path yet, I knew that I was still making an effort to eventually get there. And the card, oh, we got two. Jade, health and abundance. Go and you can look that up. I suggest you buy it from a real crystal store, or there's readers on YouTube that have like their own crystal stores on YouTube. Buy it from them. Don't buy it off Amazon. It's not going to be real. Lapis, inner vision and royalty. I actually have lapis here. I'll find it. I have lapis. It's also good for the skin. Actually, this was a necklace that came off. I bought it for my skin because I have really bad skin here. Oh, my titties are out. So we have lapis and we have jade. I have never seen this jade card, and jade is very, very pretty. So if these two resonate with you, go ahead and Google those and look them up and purchase some small ones in your pocket. It's always a form of protection. You're making an effort towards your spirituality. You're making an effort to keep yourself clean and cleansed. And I have so many, I have protection ones. I have some for addiction. I have some for I have this really cool egg that I bought in Sedona. This is like real. I forgot what it's for though. I have moonstone. It's great for fertility. They all have something different, but you have to believe in it. This one's really nice too. I want to get a big version of this, like a big one. Oh, this is lapis too. This one's from Sedona too, I think. Anyway, so if this message resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to donate, feel free to. The link is in my bio or the description below. Again, I'll see you guys soon.